quick video, hopefully quick, over a Proffie to CFX font conversion. If you've ever wondered how to do that, hopefully this will show you how. It's just a simple matter of renaming files and making sure you got all the files in the right place. And that's basically all there is to it. It's tedious, but not complicated. So here's a little quick reference. I'll put a link down in the description to this, and you can refer back to that if you need to. And I'll probably just I don't do this a lot because I don't really mess with my CFX Saber too much. I got a little loadout on there and I'm happy with it, and I turn it on every now and then. I much prefer Proffie because it's just what I'm more used to, and it seems like it'll do more. So that's what I mess with most of the time, and everything I've made here lately has been just I've been automatically making it in Proffie format because that's what I'm so used to. But it's easy to put it in CFX format if you want to switch it over to CFX. Proffie will read CFX, so you could just throw a CFX font on Proffie. It'll work mostly correctly, maybe some timing issues. But to put Proffie on a CFX, you have to go through and actually rename the file. So just a video showing me doing that to Meaty Smurfs Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles font, this TMNT, which I'll put it in the folder. You can download the CFX or the Proffie version for free from Wetbub. We just got that thing going for fun, making fonts and having fun. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a copy to my desktop. And get rid of this, and I'm going to open that up. So this is going to be, let's see, we'll name this TMNT CFX. I keep all my CFX stuff in all caps just to help me differentiate it for whatever purpose. It's just worked for me. All right, so we got that up. So all you do is you go through and you just rename all the files, and you can delete what you don't need. And we'll start there, and then I'll just show you what else to do. So let's get my little sheet up here too, my cheat sheet here. Once again, I'm not a CFX expert. CFX expert. So yeah, I'll probably say something wrong about the CFX stuff or sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I can get it on the Saber and make it work. I don't really mess with it that much because most of my stuff's Proffie. All right, so blast, instead of these are a little bit different naming patterns. Some start out with a 1 and some don't, so there's a difference. They'll go 1, 2, or it'll just go blaster, blaster 2. So blast in Proffie is blaster, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and I'm going to start here. I don't want to play it. Oh. And I'm just going to go rename it blaster. If I can figure out how to fast forward through this, I might, or speed it up a little bit. I haven't done that in Lightworks yet. Then I'll just tab down to the next one, blaster 2. Otherwise, you got to fast forward. You know how to do that. So this is going to be tedious, but it'll show you how to do it. I don't know how much I'll chat throughout it because I don't have a heck of a lot to say. And this is going to take a while. I thought I'd just go through the whole process and show you, and even put it on the Saber. And that TMNT is a good, fun one to do it, even though it's got tons of stuff to rename. Thanks, Meaty Smurf. Yeah, I guess I could sit here and chat about whatever, but I really wasn't prepared for that. I try to look at it like teaching a class, which I sit there and jack with the students half the time, but or I would normally. All right, so those are done. So all I'm going to do right now is leave them in the folder. And I'm just going to go straight down the line to try to keep it as simple as possible because I'm not very well organized most of the time. So Clash, CLSH from Proffie would be CLASH. So spell out the word 1, 2, and so forth and so on. So there. I Googled a way to do this in batch. I didn't find a way that I could figure out. So if I'm doing this wrong, obviously, you feel free to make fun of me. I got into this, well, about a year ago, year and a half. And I have learned more about computers because of this crap than I have ever planned on learning about computers, because I had just saw them as a useful tool, but didn't want to get involved in them too much. But this has really made me plunge in and learn more stuff than I ever planned on. So I'm sure I'm doing long, when there's shortcuts, I'm missing them and all kinds of crap, but that's what the comment sections are for, so learn from that. Google's always your friend, but sometimes I miss stuff. I'm sure for somebody that knows anything about coding, this would be easy to rename in groups or something. I don't know. All right. So, and this is important to get all the names right. Obviously, you should know that by now, or you'll be getting errors and all kinds of crap, unpleasant stuff. So you'll know when you put it on the saber, obviously. So he's got all these force quotes, and I'm pretty sure they're all the same quotes as he's got in the quote folder. So I'm just gonna, obviously, CFX will do the force. I don't know how many. I'm gonna put them all in there and see. So force would just be just force 1, force 2. So it's just barely different most of the time. I got a CFX just because the first, what hooked me was Lando Saber's, Lando Saber's first video, I think, where he just run through his CFX Saber Trio. And it was just like, whoa, that is so cool. So I really wanted a CFX just mainly to, if nothing else, to hear sound selection. But after getting used to Proffie, I just prefer Proffie. It will just do some more. It'll do more stuff, and there's more cool things available, I think, from what I've seen. I do not delve into CFX, though, to be fair, because I've already written off. I think I'm just ready to stick here. I don't have to. Getting ahead. All right, 4, 7, 4. All right, so those are good. Next one, we'll skip that quote. We're going to skip the quote. Spin 1, spin 2. So that's fine. Stab is the same way, I think. Yeah, stab 1. I'm going to change it to stab 1. Swing high. Now swing high is H swing 1 and H swing 2, etc. So we'll do that. Okay, so he's got some different files in here. So this is the one it's using right here. This swing H10. It's the swing H01. So we're gonna rename that H swing 1. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna get rid of this other stuff. So I don't have anything extra in there. Patches, no, don't eat that. No, I got the dogs out here. This is swing L01, so that's L swing 1. And again, I'm going to delete this extra stuff. All right, so swing. This is your accent swings. Swing is a swing 1, swing 2. You just got to spell it out. So most places you buy quotes will give you almost all the boards actually here lately. Getting real good about that. But I noticed, like, I think on Saber Font, they still do it separate for CFX and Proffie, which I think is ridiculous. But you can always just buy one and go in and just rename the files. Save yourself some money there at least. And all these free, I think from what I've seen, there's more free Proffie fonts floating around. I know it's what we'd mess with on WetBub, and so it'd be, you'd have access to more stuff probably if you wanted to switch it over to your CFX. But I say try to learn Proffie. Try to do both, but I say that and then I don't touch my CFX hardly ever. 12. It's just so easy to get messed up on, and I'm not the most. Okay, so that's it on the swings. All right, so this should be good. So let's just scan through. Sometimes helps. Okay. All right, next tracks. Now, I think CFX does track 1 and track 2. I'll try to add it to the, I'm not sure. I'm not too worried about it. Obviously, Google all you need to know that I don't show you. All right, begin drag. So that's start drag 1, start drag 2. So let's just start drag 1. Okay, begin lock. Go over here, that's start lock 1. Melt, we don't have melts, so that's just gonna, we're just gonna delete the melt. So if CFX is upgraded and has a melt, I don't know about it, so just, you may know more than I do. What did we just do? Okay, we can fail. All right, drag 01. So over drag, drag. So drag. So like these in here, just drag and then drag 2. So that'll just be renamed drag unless you have multiple files. As long as you make copies of your originals, you can't really screw anything up. You can always go back and go back to what you had. So don't be afraid to experiment, because that's how I learn stuff. End drag is what? End drag 1, end drag 2. All right, end drag 1. End lock is end lock 1. End melt we don't have, so delete that out. Font is font and font. So if I had more than one font here, it would be font and font 2, font 3. But we got the same thing here. Hum is hum M1. And then he has another hum on here, so that would be hum M2. N is going to be power off, and then power off 2. And I've never seen more than 2. I've dug through all my CFX fonts. I never saw anyone with more than 1 and 2 here. And it's somewhere was saying you had to have this power off 2. I saw 1, 2 fonts that didn't have it actually though, so I don't really understand how CFX works. I don't really understand how Proffie works for that matter. I just know how to make it do what I want. So yeah, so just it's power off, and then your second one would be power off 2. I don't know if it would work beyond that with a 3. I've never seen any of those. So like I said, so N would be power off. And I'll tell you what, we'll try it right here. Power off 2. So I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. I guess it'll give me an error if it won't. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so lock is going to be lock 01. I don't know what lock 01. Oh, lock is a lock up. No, what's it called on Proffie? That's not right. Yeah, it's not lockup, it's lock. I just misnamed that. All right, so lock would be lockup. So I have lock 01 locked. So lock up 2, so forth, so on. So I haven't done this a lot. I did this like 2 times just for giggles. Lock up and lock up 1. Yeah, lock up 2. Gotcha. Melt we don't have, so we're going to delete it. Out is power on. So yeah, out, power on, power 2. So we have 1, so that's power on. Power off, we got pre-on. Okay, we got pre-ons here. Pre-on be pre-on 1, pre-on 2. Yeah, just basically no zeros in CFX. It's not that complicated. I just keep reminding myself. All right, Post off is same. No zeros. Power off. What was it? Oh, that was at power 2. Yeah, that's what that was. Power 3, smooth swing. All right, we don't need. Okay, all right. Start drag, start like. I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. All right. So, all right, I'm going to go through and pull everything out of the folders, and it's going to take a little bit. I'm just going to Control A, select all that, Control X, go back up here, and paste that in. Same thing with Clash. My dragon. Control A, Control X, back. Paste all that back in the main folder. All right, Force, same thing. Control A, Control X, back up there. Paste it all back in the main folder. And I'm going to do that for each folder, obviously. Oops. New sounds we don't need. Quotes we don't need. Spins we're going to keep. Spin, Control X. God, I keep doing it. So stupid. Okay, spin, stab, same way. We'll keep stab, Control X, and then paste it back in the main folder. Go back up where we were. That's what happened. We did stab, didn't we? Yes. Swing high. We're going to do that with H swing. Control X. Control. You can Control V there too, obviously. I used to not use these shortcuts at all until I started doing this all the time. It's funny what makes it so. Well, it helps just the tricks you learn. I shouldn't ramble. All right, swing low. Control X. Paste. All right. Yeah, just CFX doesn't use subfolders. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Don't care. Swings. Control A, Control X, and paste it back in. Tracks. The tracks folder is actually on CFX. So what I'm going to do here now is open up a real CFX font. Let's see here. I'll do Rogue Bader. Okay, and just make it match, basically. That's all there is to it. So the only thing they have is a tracks folder. So I'm going to get rid of everything folder-wise that's not a track. Because I don't need it. So I won't play it anyway. And I'm going to delete that. All right, so. Okay. That begin melt's not right, is it? Let's see here. And so you just got to make sure everything's right. Begin. Oh, there's no melts. Duh. So delete that. All right. All right. So I got blaster down here. All right. So I say all right too much. All the stuff in here that I don't need. The blade style down here. The smooth swing file. I'm going to control and select those things. Config, I don't need that. This is all Proffie stuff, so I'm just getting rid of it. I think that's it. All right, so I'm going to delete those, and then I'm going to take all the stuff over here that I need for the CFX file, which I think is just the font config. Okay, the LEDs. What else? The font config, is that it? Let's see. It's just two things. I've been going across that. Just basically anything that's not a music file or a WAV file. Yeah, I think this is those two. And copy it over here. So you can make a readme if you want, but if you're, I don't know why you would. You're just copying somebody else's font. I'm shutting up. Yeah. This is what happens when you try to ramble through a video when you don't really have anything to say. You just say dumb crap that doesn't really matter. But maybe you'll pick up something from my dumb crap rambling. So I think that's ready to go. So skim it one more time. All right, so I'm going to stop the video here, load this up on the Saber, and then see the result. All right, so one thing this font needs that I will have next time I put it on my Saber is a boot sound, which it does not have. So I'm going to take one of these quotes down here, one of these force quotes. Not that one.
He grabbed me. Booyakasha!
Let's see. I want the Krang one. I love Krang.
Here's some for you. There's some kinda.
Now Krang will destroy you.
There it is. All right. So I'm going to take that, copy that, Control C. Oh, stay right there where I'm at. And just Control V that back in. And then I'm going to change that to the boot sound. All right. So that'll be there, and it'll be there in the version I put up that you can download. I'll slap a little video of the blade on the end here. Actually on the Saber here in just a minute, and I'll catch you guys later.
Sound bank selection.
We're not kung fu frogs. We're ninja turtles.
Soon you will be cured of this vile mutation. If you're in the mood for a story. Very well.